Hey guys, welcome back to Farm Raised New American here with JT in the field. I'm JT, and we are headed over right now to our grass field to get some lime put on the field. I was just checking our field conditions, and 3 of our 4 fields still need to be limed. We did lime one field yesterday, not yesterday, on the last episode earlier today, and so the other 3 still need to have that lime put on them. So gonna get a worker set up here to lime this field real quick, and then once we get that done, we need to come back behind and give it that second application of fertilizer, cutting the grass field, and gives it the first application. So we'll get this second application taken care of right after we finish liming. I thought I told this guy to start with the headland. I did. Oh, it's a really big, wide swath of fertilizer, so we should be good here. Alright, well, we'll let him do his job. In the meantime, we're going to bounce over and jump in the combine. We're going to go ahead and start harvesting the wheat field that's ready to harvest. We'll get that wheat put in the silo once we get it off the field. So let's find a spot here where we can get our combine attached to the header, and we'll get things rolling on the wheat field. Got our header attached here. Go ahead and get him set up, get a worker started on this, and then we will go grab probably the John Deere and do some carting for him. So let him get unfolded there. We'll make sure that he's going to take off and do his job as expected, and then we'll grab the cart and the John Deere tractor. There we go. And here's our John Deere 6R. We're going to use that for the carting work this morning. We need to get that weight out of the way, because we drove over it earlier with the Massey. So let's see if we can slip between these 2 posts. Almost. There we go. We'll just hang on to that for now. Alright. And we'll head up to the field where the Massey combine is at. Get him unloaded when he needs it. So the plan still being to plant corn in that upper field that we just drove around, to have silage for our cows, keeping our grass field a grass field, using that for hay and silage as well. And then we've got the grass fermenting right now in the silo bunker. Oh, we got to make sure that we got swathing turned on here. Good deal. Alright, because we're going to want to come back behind this combine and pick this swath up, bale it for straw, because we're definitely going to need that for cattle. Speaking of which, we picked up 5 cattle, 5 full-grown Holsteins in the last episode to start the herd with. I would like to increase that to maybe 10 head of cattle by the end of this episode, if we can, just to get a good head start on filling our barn. And then I think we have enough material for feed right now as it is. Next month in September, the silage that's in our bunker should be ready to go. Then we did buy a front loader bucket for our Massey so that we can scoop that and have it to, so we can have the bucket to pick up our silage and feed it to the cows, or a way to get it into the cows and eventually into the TMR mixer. And so let's put this set of forks over here by the barn, and we will actually go over and pick up that bucket. So let's get this off the tractor. We need to fertilize that grass field again, and so I'm thinking of just going ahead and buying a different spreader. The iMac DF2000 here holds 2,000 liters of solid fertilizer or lime, and we could use it to fertilize our fields. And this guy's finished up now with a Challenger. I know that we have this huge spreader, we could use it for lime and fertilizer, but I think the frustration is going to be unloading the lime or the fertilizer every time to swap it out. We figure if we can just get another piece of equipment that does a pretty equal swath and just use it for fertilizer for now, I think that's probably the better play. Make things a little bit quicker and more efficient. So we're going to get the Brednell back over here to the farm. We're going to be using it in September actually we're going to use it here in just a minute after we get that straw swath picked up and baled. We're going to use it to lime the wheat field because it also needs to be limed. And while we're working on harvesting the wheat field, I'm actually going to put this thing over in the harvested field that had the bales on it, and we'll go ahead and lime it, get it set up so that it's ready for cultivation and planting as well. So, get our workers set up here as well. There we go. Alright, how are we doing? Oh, we're half a grain tank, so we've got plenty of time before we're going to need to get this guy emptied out. I think my plan for this wheat is to just hang on to it. We'll put it in a silo until the price is right, which I think is going to be in December. Let's double check. Looks like wheat, January, as it is right now. We've got 10,000 liters. Max price is going to bring us a little bit over $12,000. So hopefully we can get, well, yeah, we'll get another 10,000 at least out of this field, and go ahead and put it in the silo so that we're ready to sell it off once the price hits its premium peak. So get this field harvested, get it carted up. And then once we get the lime on this lower field, I think we're going to go ahead and plant a crop in here that we can also get bales from. So probably put wheat in here, or possibly barley. Let's see, we can plant barley in September, and we can also plant wheat in September. Barley comes off the field a little bit sooner, so maybe we'll put barley in it, and then we just we bale that barley as well. So we'll see the top field in the back that we put the lime on in the last episode. We're going to keep that field empty for now. Hopefully is a decent play. I hope it's not too big of a gamble. But that field over there that has lime on it, we're going to wait until we can plant, and we're going to put corn in that field so that we can chop it for silage as well. Lots of silage is going to be happening on this map and in this series, just so that we can make sure that we have enough food for the cattle, because the plan is to get a substantial amount of cattle and be able to turn that into an eventual dairy production. So we want to make sure that we have enough food to keep our cows happy. We don't want to keep our tractor running. We want to manage our fuel levels as best we can. The Massey here does a good job. This combine is a good starter combine, but at the same time we're going to need something that's going to have a larger header, and then also one that we can put a a corn header on. But we're not going to be harvesting that corn for a crop. We're going to be harvesting it for silage. So we're going to need a harvester that can chop that as well. So let's see what that would look like. Well, what do we have here? So is this a chopper? No, what is this? All right, so we look at forage harvesting. What's that going to cost us? Holy cow! So we're looking at $500,000 basically. I guess we could use the Logitech. We're gonna have to figure something out. What is the lease cost on something like this? Lease cost, it's gonna cost us around 10K. Okay. All right, we'll figure this out one way or the other. But we're definitely gonna get a corn crop in that other field so that we're able to have the silage, and hopefully this early in the game it's not too big of a gamble to have that field as corn, but we'll see. Okay, just finished up the lime on the second field here, the one that we collected the bales off of, and so we'll go ahead and get our lime spreader put away. Just put it back in this bulk storage barn for now, where we found it. Well, not ideal. Oh, my backup skills are not there yet. Not today, anyway. Alright, here we go. Watch out, dog. Picked a dangerous spot to hang out. Alright, so we got the lime on 3 of our 4 fields. We'll get it in the wheat field once it's harvested. We get the swath picked up. And our harvester's full, so we'll get over with the 6R, get him unloaded, get that load put over into the silo. So, looks like we're gonna get, what are we gonna get? 2, maybe, yeah, two combine loads full, maybe 2.5, and be a nice amount to put in the silo. That'll definitely help, especially with the equipment that we were just looking at when it came to the forage harvesters to pick up that corn. There we go. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get this over to the silo. Lots of trees on this map. I think that may be a little extra income for us if we could just selectively clear some of these trees out of the way. We could sell those to the sawmill. I don't want to cut all the trees down, but I think there's maybe some trees that would be strategic of just cutting down for being able to get easier access around the farm with our equipment. Alright, so we got that loaded into the silo. I think there's going to be one more full harvester, maybe 1.5. We'll get that unloaded and put in the barn, or in the silo. Went ahead and picked up the iMac fertilizer. It's just going to make things a little quicker. It's a product that we were going to need anyway. I feel like we could just go ahead and get it and get started on fertilizer. Not ready for this work. I guess we have to wait until next month. Fertilize the month after we cut it. So we're gonna have this ready to go once we move into September. Still have the harvester working over in the wheat field. We'll check in with him in just a second. I think he's going to be ready to be unloaded pretty soon. Could possibly be the last unload that he needs to do in that field, so we can get the rest of that out. We can go ahead and start baling up that straw. So, yep, so he's running on his last pass right now. I don't think that he's going to get full, so we'll go ahead and get the John Deere, head over and meet up with him and see how much we get out of this field. So I think that's going to be less than 2 combine tank fulls. Let's go ahead and unload him on the fly, run him down to the end of this last row. Is that all? Oh, why are we not unloading? We should be unloading. Oh, we shut down, that's why. Alright, so we'll get the rest of this unloaded. A little bit less than 2 tank fulls. Get this back over to the silo, and then we'll grab the baler, start getting this unloaded or loaded, baled once we get the combine out of the field. So I'll get this over to the silo, we'll get the combine out of the field, we'll grab the baler, and I'll catch up with you guys in just a minute. Okay, so we got everything squared away, put away, and here we are getting this field baled up using the pawn square baler. Okay, just getting to the end of baling this straw. Getting through this field, we baled the 240 centimeter size, or yeah, 240 centimeter size bales. But getting through this field, I think we're definitely going to come through here and do some land management with these trees. As beautiful as they are here flanking the sides of these fields, I think just getting rid of them is going to be a much, it's going to make harvesting these fields a little easier, a little more conducive to being on camera as well. Let's see if we can get this unloaded, unload it, and then fold it up. There we go. So we get the baler put away. We'll come back up here real quick with the trailer and pick up those bales, and then we're going to need to lime that field as well. So we'll get that job going. We'll go ahead and attach to the lime spreader, and that way we're good to go once we get the bales picked up. Alright, just grabbing it up here to the field, get it parked for a few minutes until we can pick the bales up, and then we'll be good to go. We'll get our pickup truck, get it fired up, get it here in the field, and get these bales collected real quick. I don't think we made too many bales. I think 5, 6 maybe just 5, maybe 7. Who knows? We'll figure it out once they're all on the trailer, right? 5 so far, and I think that's gonna be it. Yep. So we'll get these back down into the farmyard. We'll go ahead and get the John Deere set up on liming the field. Just to get that job started so that we can get it squared away, get the field limed, and have that over with and done. There we go. And get the bales back down in the field here. Alright, get these bales unloaded here in the barn. There we go. Drop them there. Load. Let me open the door so that we can get out. Get the truck out of the way. There we go. And then that field is pretty small, so we should be able to have it limed in no time. Good deal. We're not liming. We are fertilizing. Let's double check that. Yep, we're fertilizing. All right, so our grass field has its second application of fertilizer. That's why we couldn't spread it with the iMac. What a mistake that was. So yeah, at the end of the last episode, we had filled this up with fertilizer in the effort to fertilize and then plant the cornfield, but then we realized it wasn't time yet to plant, and so we just had the spreader full of fertilizer. So all right, so we're gonna finish fertilizing this field, and then we're gonna get this back down to the farmyard. We're gonna unload all the fertilizer from it, and then we're gonna get it full lime, and we're gonna lime these fields. So man, that kind of put us behind in what I was expecting, because I was absolutely expecting to be laying fertilizer or lime on these fields and not fertilizer, but here we are. So let's get the spreader back down to the farmyard, get it unloaded, get it full of lime, and get on liming these fields. We'll come back and lime this one first, because we want to cultivate and plant this field as quick as possible. It's going to be next month. Good grief. What is that? 8 pallets of fertilizer that are not now in our bulk bin. Alright, we'll get back over to the lime bin and get it full. We'll get back over and lime the fields next. So, what a blunder. Ridiculous. Anyway, it's part of the game, right? Sometimes you make a snafu, you gotta catch it and get it fixed. Luckily, we're still on track for any kind of planting, because we're not putting canola in the ground, and so there's no option of planting anything else right now. So that gives us the rest of the afternoon to lime our fields. Okay, got the fertilization done on that field. We're going to come back in behind with the Challenger, do the cultivating. Then we'll get the lime trailer down to the grass field. We got a worker started fertilizing that as well. I didn't get too much help from the AI here in this field. It did some weird things. Skipped some rows, so we had to go back behind it and rework some of it. So let's see, we want to do I guess we're gonna do 5 headlands here. Okay. See how our guy. All right. See how our guy gets going. Get him started up. Looks like he's gonna do things correctly, unlike our guy that was running the fertilizer spreader. So we'll let him work this field. And yep. Good deal. Check for good there. Doesn't need lime. Perfect. All right. Back into the John Deere with the lime spreader. We'll go refill with lime. And our lime is dwindling fast. Started out with 60,000 liters, and we're down below 40,000 now. Just above, probably around 35,000 liters left over. So we've almost used half of our lime. So we definitely are going to have to pick up some more lime. Maybe we'll get one more liming season done after this one before we have to buy more. But definitely want to keep an eye on that. Alright, here we come up to the grass field. Let's see if we can get this one to go a little bit better than the last one went. So, set up our worker, one headland. Excellent. And let's see how this goes. I don't know that you're far enough over, my guy. Alright. We're gonna stop that. We are going to use some course play here. We're gonna do the field work. Just set our target position here. Obviously this is our field position. We want to start from the first waypoint. Let's check our field work settings. 12 meters. We want to do one headland. We want to start with the headland. We want to sharpen headland corners. We want 0 rounded corners. Headland direction. Just counterclockwise. And alright, good deal. Create our course. Well, that looks perfect. And we'll keep an eye on him as he gets up to the top to start from the first waypoint. Oh yeah, much better. Much better. Let's check in on our map. Just make sure that we are perfect. All right. Everything's working out there the way it should. Check in on our cultivator. He's also working exactly the way he should. Still squaring away on his headlands. Good deal. Let's check in on our moo cows. So we've got the 5 Holsteins. Everything seems to be going good with these guys. Productivity's coming up. They've got straw. They've got hay. Do we want to buy a few more cows here in August? Why not? Let's see. We want to add some cows. We want to add some Holsteins. Of course, we're going to have to pay for the delivery fee, $6,300 total to buy 5 more cows. How many did we buy the first time? Let's see. All the cows that we have 5, and they're all full grown. Okay. Back to the animal dealer. Buy an additional 5. That gives us 10 cows in the pasture that are all of milk producing age at this point. So, welcome to the farm, ladies. Looks like there's already a little bit of manure coming into the pit there. And let's see, what about slurry? Yeah, got almost 200 liters of slurry. How much straw do we have? Got plenty of straw. All right, there's plenty to finish out the month with. And then let's check in on our silage and see where it's at. 22%. So in September, that's going to be ready to go. Good there. We got this that spilled out. I guess we're going to have to scoop that up and push it in later on. All right, let's check back in on the fields. Doing well here and here. Yep, everything happening now just as it should. Looked like base game AI was not doing its job properly, but course play is definitely coming in clutch here to get this taken care of. All right, let's get our harvester moved into a better position. I'm going to put it here behind the implement garage. A nice concrete pad to park it on here until we need it again, which is going to be sometime in the future, next year. All right. And once this cultivation is done here on the wheat field that we just harvested, we'll be ready to plant it in September. We'll move over and have cultivating done here in this field as well. Have it limed also, and we'll be ready to plant in it as well. Thinking ahead as to what we want to plant in each field. Like I said, I want to go ahead and try to get a corn crop on the first field up there that's got lime sitting on it right now. This field we're going to keep as our grass field. Oh, get out of the way of the tractor here. Did you just try to turn into me? Come on. Alright. So that's going to be a grass field. I think this is going to be a straw field. Be a barley or a wheat field, just like the one next door to it, because over there we're going to have another silage crop with a corn crop to help manage our cows. So that's going to give us a silage product over there, 2 fields of straw products here, and then the bottom field over here we can use this for grass or hay, so that we will eventually have all the components necessary for TMR, which is going to boost our cow efficiency up to 100%, make super healthy cows. So perfect. So we'll get all that done, finish that up, and then I think also I may work off camera on cutting some of these trees down, just to give these fields a little bit of a wider berth on the sides, especially this field over here on this other side. These trees, some of these trees are planted just right up against the edge of the field, and wouldn't mind removing some of those to give us a little extra width on the side of the field just for equipment to get through. And yeah, so anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode. I appreciate you hanging out with us. Please like and subscribe. Appreciate everybody tuning in to watch, and I will see you on the next one.